A very good evening and a warm welcome to our first edition of UBC News Tonight on this 8th day of December 2024. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto and my colleague Dorothy Namiyomba on sign language interpretation. We do welcome you this evening. In our first story this evening, the Vice President, Jessica Alupo, has challenged mothers to raise respectful and responsible kings. During the Mothers Raising Kings Conference in Kampala, Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, Betty Amongi, read the Vice President's statement emphasizing the role mothers play in shaping the future of their sons. We have more.
Mothers from different parts of the country converged to celebrate the transformative power of motherhood and to empower women who shape the next generation of leaders. The Vice President, Jessica Alupo, was represented by Minister for Gender, Labour and Social Development, Betty Amongi. Alupo tasked mothers to mentor their sons to navigate life's challenges.
In essence, mothers who raise kings are instrumental in fostering the next generation of leaders who possesses not only strength and ambition as men, but also compassion and vision of our society. Their impact goes beyond the individual child. You are raising someone influencing the community and society at large. Let us honor and celebrate the mothers who dedicate themselves to raising kings who lead with wisdom, understanding and grace.
The Executive Director, Bora Minds Foundation, Gloria Aminat, encouraged mothers to raise good men for society.
So what am I trying to say? Mama, you can raise a good man. Continue this. When you enjoy the process of being a cool mom, a good mom, a present mom, an effortful mom, like it's not going to be effortless with motherhood, you're going to put effort every single day. When
the board chairman called for equal opportunities for the boy child.
Everyone is expected to be at the forefront to support all activities geared towards developing the girl child. Because that is the rhetoric, that everyone should be at the forefront to do what? To support the girl child. But at the same time, we would like our children to have equal opportunities. On one hand, you're saying, empower the girl child. But at the same time, you're saying, we need to have our children both having equal opportunities. Now we are contradicting ourselves at some point.
The conference was to empower mothers, raise responsible and respectful sons as positive contributors to society. I'm Nafka Farid and Andrew Sebida.
The Inspector General of Government, Betty Kamya, highlighted the severe consequences of corruption on society, urging congregants to reject corrupt practices and take an active role in reporting those who engage in such acts. Betty Kamya was at Lubaga Cathedral, where she encouraged religious leaders to step up and talk about the negative impact of corruption to society.
In a bid to combat corruption, state anti-corruption agencies signed a memorandum of understanding with the Interreligious Council of Uganda to engage faith-based institutions in addressing the vices and dangers of corruption. The Inspector General of Government, Betty Kamya, highlighted the severe consequences of corruption.
And we are mobilizing Ugandans to participate in the commemoration of the International Anti-Corruption Day, which falls tomorrow on the 9th of December of every year. During that day, the whole world is mobilized to ponder on the evils and the cost of corruption and what it does to people as individuals. So we are going around since yesterday, organized by the Interreligious Council of Uganda. We are going around all houses of worship to convey the message of the cost and evil of corruption and mobilizing all Ugandans to shun corruption and to have a mindset change from glorifying corruption and promoting corruption to undermining and despising corruption.
Kamya informed worshippers of the Whistleblowers Act, which incentivizes individuals to report corruption by allocating 10% of recovered funds to whistleblowers.
Agambye tugende tuvumirire enguzi, tugende tubuulirize abantu abakoze ebintu mu ngeri y'akafubutuko, tubabuulirize kati tugende tubaloope. Bwe banaabasuuza ssente ogenda kufunako 5%. Abantu abo mubamanyi, temubamanyi? Wangi agambye abali b'enguzi temubatiitiibya, mubatuuza ku mwanjo, omunene tuula wano ate ng'omanyidde ddala nti yabba. Ab'e Kenya baba naabira dda mu maaso, sente baazibasuuza ze baali batwala mu makyaki, bagamba muzizzeeyo kubanga sente zibbiddwa bubbibwa kubanga zibeerako ebisiraani.
The IGG expressed gratitude to the church for its involvement in the anti-corruption fight, emphasizing the significant role religious leaders and communities play in promoting integrity and accountability.
May religious leaders really mobilize their flock and encourage them as the public to shun corruption, to report corruption, and not to glorify corruption. For instance, if people have been accused before court, don't go to show them solidarity the way we do. You mobilize the whole village, the whole constituency to go to court with the banners and posters of support. A person who is accused before court with evidence of corruption.
Father Deo Gracious Chibi presided over the Mass and applauded the Inspectorate of Government for its efforts in curbing corruption.
Billions nkaaga bazidde mu Bank of Uganda ne tusoma nti eddwaliro ly'e Lubowa tukyalirinda, ne tusoma gasitoola agakanga ne tugamba tuli ku ki ate bwe twogera munnange ne batutwala bulala.
By bringing the fight against corruption to places of worship, the campaign gains a moral and spiritual dimension that could inspire widespread change. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Members of the public have been called upon to be effective participants in the fight against corruption through not accepting or giving bribe. While attending a Thanksgiving service at All Saints Cathedral Church in Kampala, the Executive Director, Public Procurement and Disposal Unit, Benson Turamye, said this will help reduce on the loss the country incurs every year in corruption.
As one of the activities of the Anti-Corruption Week, stakeholders in the fight against corruption have entered places of worship. The Executive Director, PPDA, Benson Turiamwe, made a statement to the congregation at All Saints Cathedral Church in Kampala, where he calls upon the public to be effective participants in the fight against corruption.
Not just spectators. Don't give a bribe, don't accept a bribe, but more important, report where you come across this vice. You can report IGG, you can report for all corruption-related cases, you can report PPDA, corruption-related procurement, you can report to Financial Intelligence Authority, issues related to money laundering, you can report to State House Anti-Corruption Unit, you can report to State House Health Monitoring Unit for issues concerning health corruption.
Uganda is to join the rest of the world on 10th December to commemorate Anti-Corruption Day under the theme, Promote Effective Participation of the Youth in the War of Corruption. The service also included sensitizing members of the public about Uganda Bible Society and the importance of translating the Bible into local languages. The President, Bible Society Uganda, Justice Michael Chibita, emphasized the issue of giving and sowing.
Is it that we find it hard to give? It's possible we do not know Scripture. We don't know that Scripture is there and says it's more blessed to give than to receive. God loves a cheerful giver because we are short-sighted. We are short-sighted. We see only, we don't see the bigger picture. It is also possible that we have been so consumed by the selfishness and greed of the world. It is about amassing, and you can't let anything get out of. And of course, many of us, we are from poverty-stricken background.
The congregation was encouraged to give and support the work of Bible Society Uganda. I'm Nafka Farida and Dan Lugimwa in Kampala.
Uganda's rural electrification drive took a major step forward this week as the Uganda Electricity Generation Company Limited, UEGCL, has commissioned Isimba hydropower project, the grid extension and reticulation project under the phase 2 of the HPP. The commissioning ceremony held in Kayunga district was officiated by Justin Kasule Lumumba, Minister, Office of the Prime Minister, General Duties, representing the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, Honorable Dr. Canon Ruth Nankarira, as chief guest, signed on 19th November 2021. The engineering, procurement and construction contract between UEGCL and MTSL Energies paved the way for the creation of medium voltage and low voltage networks.
The red one. The red one. The red one. Are you sure I'm safe? Yes.
It's fundamental because we are seeing the same what is actually in the urban centers being able to happen in the downstream where these dams are being hosted across the country. So this is a very good gesture, and it speaks into the government's direction of access, electricity, increasing electricity access. So it's really a commendable role on the side of UGCL. In this period, we have connected over 950 customers from May to now. But we also hope that in these additions that we have, under the 10 transformers we have received from UGCL on the side of distribution, we want to urge the customers, we want to urge people who have homes that are near the LOV lines to come and apply for electricity. This electricity is free, government is giving people free meters. Let's take use of these free meters and we power our homes. These new lines we have just received from UGCL, we're already witnessing vandalism taking place. People are stealing ABC and people are stealing transformer oil. This is not what really we would expect from a community that has never seen electricity. We would want to encourage people to, one, take an initiative to take care of these assets. When you see somebody who is not clear and they are climbing an electricity pole, make sure you report to a nearby authority.
Now, all parishes in Kayunga district have electricity, and 75% of villages in the district have got now electricity. The only request we are doing to the government is that even those little villages remaining, because Kayunga has grown up now too, most of the villages are turning up to small towns. So we are requesting government that we give even those ones remaining.
The Security Minister, retired Major General Jim Muhwezi, has cautioned Ugandans against extravagance and reluctance as the country heads to the 2024 festive seasons. Jim Muhwezi has made this call while attending this year's fundraising mass of Brethren of Rutoma Parish in Rukunjiri District, residing in Kampala.
These are Brethren of Rutoma Parish Church in Rukungiri District. They have congregated at St. Joseph's Chapel, Mulago, Kampala, to celebrate the Sunday Special Mass.
We have an annual event. For the last 20 years we've been meeting, and we get our parish priests from Rutoma Parish in December to come and pray with us. We look into development of our parish.
The Mass led by Reverend Fisher, the parish priest of Rutoma Parish, was graced by the Security Minister, retired Major General Muhwezi.
For example, this time around we are building a new church, so we have a construction committee joining the parish priest from Rutoma to come and join us. Good enough, our people have been so supportive, and I can say we are doing well. But we also get support from our leaders, political leaders. For example, our area MP, Honorable Jim Muhwezi, has been so supportive right from the word go. He's actually not a visitor, he's part of us.
We as leaders have to identify with the people, because it is the people to build the church. But we know that the people are handicapped. That's why government is carrying out this program of poverty alleviation. So we come in to give them a hand so that we lessen.
East African member states are moving towards the harmonization of certification standards, protocols, and a regulation for quality seed potato. The Program Director for Sustainable Development Goal for Africa, Dr. Ambrose, points out that the aim is to enhance market access for seed potato and productivity. We have more.
Potato is a highly demanded crop with the potential to bail farmers out of poverty. According to the International Potato Center, Uganda produces about 300,000 metric tons of potatoes annually. The Director Kachweka Nozono Agricultural Research and Development Institute, Dr. Jerome Kubiriwa, points out that Uganda has the potential to produce 40 to 60 metric tons of potato per hectare. So farmers need to plant the right seed and varieties.
You have very many traders who buy very few, a little seed and then mix it with bad seed and seed it. Now that one has two problems. First, the farmer loses the inputs, so the cost becomes high for the farmer who is producing potatoes. But also it discourages people who want to be clean, produce good seed.
But then, having been overwhelmed by the demand of quality seed, now some farmers took that advantage and started selling inferior seed to the farmers, which happens to be actually highly infested with diseases.
Strengthening agricultural knowledge and innovation ecosystem for inclusive rural transformation and livelihoods in Eastern Africa project is seeking for the harmonization of certification standards, protocols and regulation for quality seed potato.
This project, we are addressing a productivity issue arising from limited use of certified seed. And so low use of certified seed is associated with low productivity, and if we are to enjoy the benefits of regional integration, we must harmonize seed potato policies and standards, because it's not until we certify seed potatoes that we can have greater participation in national and regional markets.
We are looking at basically how best can the three countries talk to each other and be able to enable our farmers access markets from other countries. And one of the issues that has been actually not enabling trade across East African region is because we have disjointed policies which don't talk to each other. So we are trying to harmonize and see how best can the three countries, Uganda, Kenya and Rwanda, through this project, how best can we facilitate that flow of seed, and how best can we remove the barriers of trade, how best can we have harmonized quality standards across the board.
Implemented in the three countries, Uganda, Kenya and Rwanda, the ART project is a collaboration between the Forum for Agricultural Research in Africa, FARA, the East African Farmers Federation, IAFU, and the Association for Strengthening Agricultural Research in Eastern and Central Africa, ASERECA. Adia Nakote, UBC.
The Secretary General at the HTS Union, Mauku Moses, has appealed to government to increase the number of judges at the Industrial Court. In a memorandum read to the workers, members of parliament states Uganda employs over 20 million people, but with only 2 judges at the Industrial Court. Meanwhile, the workers' legislator, Dr. Abdul Byakatonda, says they have petitioned the Speaker over backlog at the Industrial Court.
At least over 23.5 million Ugandans are employed in formal and informal economy. The Industrial Court has a role in resolving labor disputes. Statistics at Uganda hotels, food, tourism, supermarkets and allied workers union show that court has only 2 judges handling caseload.
We want to appeal to government to implement the law that provides for the additional 3 judges of the Industrial Court. We also want to appeal to government to ensure that these courts or the Industrial Court sits in all regions to reduce on the cost of workers in the different regions to have to travel to Kampala to attend to their cases.
This was during the sitting of the National Executive Council of the HTS Union in Kampala. Mauka further revealed that there is a conflict of belonging and authority over labor officers in the districts.
Given the circumstances that we have labor officers or labor officers who are recruited by the local government departments, and this has separated powers and authority from the mother ministry that is supposed to manage the function of labor to a ministry which has no core mandate.
Workers MP Dr. Abdul Byakatonda says he has petitioned the Speaker of Parliament over workers' rights violations.
Not taking up seriously, but we have already, I and Honorable Mugole, already have a petition to the Speaker. Actually, I have been waiting for him to sign and then we submit it, where we are saying the Industrial Court must be empowered. The technology is quite low. They actually manually doing things under funding. When you talk of the panelists, actually they are not actually, they are being paid, is it 20,000 per day for lunch and transport, 90,000, and then they are handling key issues of disputes in the Industrial Court. So
meanwhile, Kaweri County Member of Parliament Stephen Mugole seems worried over the introduction of artificial intelligence, which could cost workers their jobs. In Kenya, robots could replace the workforce in hotels.
This has impacted badly on the workers, majorly in those other European areas. Now it is coming to Africa, where robots are coming to take over our jobs. As a resolution of IOF is that we have to prepare ourselves as these things come.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
UBC News Tonight. Now renowned research and innovation company in Uganda, Prof Bio Research, has won the East African Prestigious Award, beating all researchers and innovation companies in the 7 East African countries. A researcher and science commissioner in the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Professor Julius Nyanzi, told UBC that Prof Bio Research has taken an initiative on research and has won over 50 awards. He called upon policymakers to wake up from the theory of practice to ensure Uganda meets its development targets.
So who's in the private sector, it gives me an opportunity to bridge the gap between the private sector and the policymakers. You come up with innovative products in the line of science and technology. There is no boundary, there are no borders. That means that you can be able to traverse different regions and also to push the Ugandan agenda by using our local available resources. The resources we are using, They are all found in Uganda. But now other East African countries are appreciating our innovative spirit, and this is the second award from the East African community, and this is our 50th award. 50 awards we have got so far. That speaks a lot in our innovative journey, emphasizing our slogan that money grows on trees. This is the way to go. Let us use nature. Most Ugandans and most East Africans, they are thinking of importing foreign technologies to develop this region, but we need our own. If you look at the just concluded workshop where I rendered my service of training, actually it was not only Ugandans, whites came through from US, other people from Rwanda, Burundi. It shows that we have the solution. It's a matter of putting it to the next level. We have to make our country shine, and this award signifies it, that it's high time the chief policy maker, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, puts us on the forefront. Let him pass the mantle of science to Prof. by research. The rest will be history. We will see the change, what we call about the revolutionary change in the area of development. Instead of just talking the talk, we shall walk the talk with Prof. Bio.
Over 20 schools around Kampala have participated in the Kids Run to contribute towards raising resources to provide clean water to selected primary schools in rural areas. The kids participated in 1.5 and 3 kilometer runs, respectively.
The road around Chadon Rugby Club came to a standstill as police intervened to guard the kids participating in the Kampala Kids Run to ensure their safety. Over 20 schools around Kampala participated in the Kids Run to raise funds for the provision of clean water to selected primary schools in rural areas.
It's a mini marathon for children, but what basically we do is use the able children in the urban area to help those that are not able in the rural areas. We use primary school children to help primary school children in the villages. So what do? We go to these primary school children in the city suburbs, ask them to come and participate. What we have as our over and above is what we use to get the safe clean water. We could go to a school where they need to pipe water. When they have a water source, they need to pipe water. We do that. We could go to a school where they need a water tank. So we also do that.
The kids participated in the 1.5 and 3 kilometer run respectively, and the first 5 winners were awarded by participating companies.
Today we are awarding the best winners, the overall runner-up in all the 2 runs. We are giving the ones who are running the best in a mattress for the first runner-up a girl, and the overall winner a boy for both sections. So we're giving out for mattresses and pillows, telling them it is great to exercise.
You have to eat foods which are proteinous and carbohydratic. Now when you see nala instant noodles, these are carbohydrates. When you use prestige margarine, those are proteins. And in a school, you need to look healthy so that you pass very well, you perform better. So please endeavor to buy our product, something like prestige margarine. You buy nala instant noodles, you look healthier. That's why we are looking at good feeding in schools.
The Executive Director, Cairo Bank, Sylvia Jagwe, highlighted the need for corporate companies to reach out to the less privileged communities.
We are happy to partner with the Kids Run. We are very aligned with the initiative of giving drinking water in primary schools. As Cairo Bank, we value wellness. We are very aligned with having a total wellness package for our children.
To get on stage here, Natusoka, to everyone, first this side for pictures. Photo moment, first this side for photo moment. Smile for the camera, smile for the camera. DJ prepare.
UBC News Tonight. Now, girls and young women have lauded the She Leads project for amplifying their voices in policy and decision-making. The remarks were made at the Skilling and Employability session for girls and young women at Girls Up Initiative offices in Luzira.
The She Leads Consortium, launched in 2021 and to operate until 2025, implemented by the Girl Up Initiative, is to increase sustained influence of girls and young women on decision-making and the transformation of gender norms in formal and informal institutions.
Besides leadership skills, of course, we've empowered them economically as well, because every safe space, they have something they're doing economically. Some are making liquid soap, some are making briquettes, some are making hairdressing, all different skills. Every safe space is doing something like this, and we have around 8 safe spaces in those 5 divisions. So, of course, besides that, of course, the girls have also participated in the reviews of the different bills, policies, ordinances at national level and at district level as well.
The She Leads project focused on formation of 11 reference groups in 4 divisions of Kampala to empower girls and young women.
It's all about you connecting with other girls, going to them, talking to them, and getting their perspective on what they think leadership is about, and then giving them your perspective, and then also mentoring them, giving them these opportunities. If you see any opportunity that is related to what they would love to do, you can give it to them, or you can take them there and let them learn from there. You mold them in that way. Or you can even let them watch other leaders do their thing, so that they can also pick a leaf from there or two.
The outgoing leadership of girls at She Leads project shared the skills, although there are challenges for girls and women involvement in decision making and policy.
As a leader, I've attained skills of communication. Communication is key in leadership. I've also understood the dynamics of decision making. There are hierarchies followed, there are procedures in decision making. I've also been able to connect with very many different people, very many different stakeholders.
We ourselves can empower these girls to know their rights. You're not supposed to be abused if you do not want to. You cannot have sex with someone without consent. So you just have to empower them, give them these talks, and also help them attend these seminars, so that even if they don't get it from school, they get it from not just you, but from other organizations as well.
As the outgoing president, as the leader I have become, it will be nice working together with the new cabinet as their mentor. That is, if I'm given chance.
Story compiled by Ivan Joko for UBC News.
Religious leaders globally have teamed up to give a hand to people who are vulnerable and overlooked by society. Dr. John Bunjo of CRMI Bombo, the team leader of this outreach, says sexual workers and ghetto people and prisoners will benefit from this outreach.
Christian Restoration Ministries Bombo, in partnership with the Message Organization, have organized Bombo Festival concert starting December 13th at CRMI Gardens Bombo, with a variety of sports activities, praise and worship, community work, among others.
Now, Festival Bombo is first of its kind. It is going up to the least, to the lost, and the last. We don't give them what they like, but we give them what they need. We have taken football to them, bouncing castle for the parents and the kids. We've taken even sports in different aspects. Even the pastors have workshops in the morning. So it will be on the from the 12th up to the 14th. So come, this will be the destination of having fun, but also rejoicing and having the gospel together. We have over 7 nations coming together to celebrate with us. First of its kind in Uganda, that is we call that a mixture of different aspects and moods. And I believe your life will never be the same again. And this is revival because the church has been so much judging people outside the church.
The festival targets sexual workers, ghetto people, and holiday makers.
The ghetto people, those kids, not gangs or whatever, we've been having a very bad negative thing about them. Like Tim said, that we are reaching out to them. We do not condemn them, but we love them. But one other thing I realize, they need love. Number 2, they need to be accepted. So church and government, we are coming together to speak to these young people that they can come back to society. Moreover,
Dr. Tim Tucker, the founder of the Message Organization, says the partnership with CRMI is strategic.
Giving them all of those things, and by the way, my wife is one of the international performers coming here. She is Ghanaian British. She'll be singing at Festival Bombo. We also have a DJ from the UK coming out, but mostly we're supporting and providing the platform for the local artists. They have a platform to provide a platform to give people not just what they love, we want to give them what they need.
Bombo Festival is the first of this kind, and it will be an annual event that will rotate in different districts.
So we're going to do all this. This is a great opportunity, and all we are saying, we're not saying we're just bringing people to indulge in activities. We are bringing people to the saving knowledge of Jesus. We are saying we are loving them into heaven. And so Bombo Festival is the thing for you, for all the ladies, for the children and the young people.
We have many prizes in store, but for the teams we have bulls, and we expect them to have a massive party during the bull roasting, but also not just a party. It will be a time for us to share love, to share hope. It's going to be fun.
Joel Vobia compiled this report.
In Kabarole district, poverty and child neglect have driven many young girls away from the classrooms to child labor. However, a determined community has tried to rescue and retain girls in education. Take a look.
Karatunga John, a head teacher at Renkuba Primary School, is among the pioneers championing efforts to return learners back to school after they had dropped out for various forms of labor.
I managed as a head teacher at the far front to team up with my people, and we brought back children who had gone to work, to work in bars, to work for other people in homes. We have brought back people who had resumed border borders. I have a boy here who had gone for the border raiding.
Natumanya Mbabazi, a senior 3 student from St. Paul's Seed Secondary School, almost dropped out of school following the death of her mother and the imprisonment of her father.
Things were not going well because money was not there for school fees. I had no one to pay for me school fees, though my brother was struggling to pay for me, and even my sisters they also wanted fees. Then my brother struggled. After, when I saw that maybe this one cannot work because I liked a lot of things at school, I had decided to drop out of school.
Such challenges are primarily driven by poverty, among other factors.
The action research I made, I discovered that these children, first of all, they are coming from homes whereby they are neglected. So child neglect. As our children grow up, they have their needs. The pads, you are a girl child, you pass through the girl child, you know your needs better, and other people outside there. So what I know that made them go out is poverty, child neglect by the parents.
I started serving as a housemaid here in Fort Portal. I worked there for around a month and I could not get paid. I used to fetch much water. I used to do a lot of chores that were above me. I started vomiting blood. Life became complicated. I spent 3 years without studying after completing my primary 7. I served as a housemaid for 3 years. After 3 years, I got a Samaritan, and that was my uncle. My uncle connected me back to school.
The community has a collective effort involving schools, district leaders and non-government organizations to help girls return to school.
Because if you have 1,000 learners and the furniture, you see, according to government ratio, it should be 1 desk, 3 learners. But in most cases, you find 6 learners on a desk. 5 learners on a desk. He has talked about latrines. They make queues. In some schools, children share latrines with teachers because we have no choice.
People are caught and taken to police. At times they end up maneuvering their way out, but some of them are taken to court and then they are in prison.
The Good School program, an initiative by Raising Voices that advocates for safe learning environments, has proven instrumental, where peer groups offer emotional and academic support.
It is calling for 3 committees, a committee from the students, a committee from the teachers, then a committee from the community, including the government and other stakeholders. So you'll find a toolkit. It cannot be run, or the Good School program cannot be run by just one man. It is our responsibility, your responsibility, our collective responsibility, including even the media.
Because with good school, it helps a learner, especially, for example, like girls, we are having like plays, drama, debates. So like those debates, they help the learner, especially when we talk about domestic violences. It teaches them how to handle the domestic violences. Then sexual harassment within a school. So a learner gets idea how to overcome those sexual harassment within the school and outside the school.
Peers have started income-generating activities to create financial stability and enable girls to stay in school.
Because if I have taught you how to measure, take the dimensions, and how to see it, it can be natural in you. You also say, I can't sit and absent myself from school because I don't have the sanitary pads. So she makes hers and she can put it on, then go to school. Again, putting that one aside, using it herself, she can again make some and sell it to other girls.
There is only one rule you must follow in order to be a winner. Number 1, defeat the undefeatable. You, step forward. I want you to box the air until it falls down. I'm not seeing it falling in. You see it falling in. Box, winning is hard, but with MTN Momo, it's easy. Simply pay or shop with Momo for a chance to win mobile money every day. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3#.
Amazina ganje Ninyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire kurwo mu kuzana star 278 hash ngafuna message eriko ndio muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo nebiya bafere sente ziriyo zona bakaziteka ngo nazihangwire.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Uncle Mo, hasiri koja tukwasa. Vayo na wasaje batusonyiye. Chikakasi. Vayo.
Government has done it. Uganda Revenue Authority has taken you off the burden of paying interests and penalties. All you have to do is to pay your outstanding principal tax to benefit from the waiver of interests and penalties that runs till the end of December 2024. Call us on our toll-free line or email services@ura.go.ug.
Uganda Revenue Authority. Developing Uganda together.
Step into a world of excellence, comfort and pride with Royal Form Furniture, crafted to perfection right here in Uganda. We bring you state-of-the-art living room furniture and bedding products at affordable prices. Our wide variety of mattresses include orthopedic, pillow top, spring mattresses suitable for institutions like hotels and many others for home comfort. With every piece telling a story of royal excellence, our products are built with the highest quality materials made to last. Experience royalty with Royal Form Furniture, proudly made in Uganda, so buy Uganda and build Uganda. Visit our showrooms at Ginger Road, Chambogo Junction, Bukoto Chisasi Road, and on Victoria Mall, Entebbe, on the first floor.
Welcome back from the break, and now into the business scene. The Capital Markets for Economic Development Forum, inaugurated by State Minister of Finance Henry Musasizi, aims to explore the role of capital markets in enhancing Uganda's economic growth. Now, this event took place in Kampala on the theme Capital Markets for Economic Development. We have more.
Inspired by Nigeria's Financial Market Dealers Quotation (FMDQ) group model, the forum emphasizes the potential of well-instructed financial systems to drive economic progress.
Markets have the potential to mobilize both long-term and short-term finance for all sectors of the economy. While this is the case in other economies, including Nigeria, the capital markets in Uganda remain small, contributing about 70% of Uganda's GDP. This implies that there are missing links to enable the capital markets play a substantial role as a complementary source of long-term patient capital.
Statistics indicate that capital markets can significantly contribute to economic growth by attracting investments and generating employment. However, Uganda still has some targets it should meet.
Starting point in this regard is to develop a focused roadmap for realizing the depth of financial support required to fund infrastructure development in the 4 priority sectors of the Uganda National Vision. This work will go hand in hand with the actions you seek to take by establishing a private sector-led entity that will drive market development. That will in turn attract capital that will be plowed back into driving growth in Uganda. Philosophy, architecture, leadership, in which all stakeholders first share a guiding philosophy and commitment on what needs to be done to create the base of the economic seeds which the markets will cause to grow in its natural course.
The forum identified key sectors where capital markets can make a difference, including agro-industrialization, tourism and technology, as per the 10-fold growth strategy that began this year.
Institutional investors like pension funds and insurance companies hold vast potential. If just 10% of the pension funds were allocated to infrastructure bonds, for example, this could inject about 2.5 trillion Uganda shillings annually into the economy. So the journey towards achieving Uganda's 10-fold growth demands collaboration and innovation and bold leadership.
The objective is to leverage capital markets to drive economic transformation and enhance the quality of life for Ugandans. Capital markets are marketplaces where long-term securities such as stocks and bonds are bought and sold. I'm Navka Farida and Makwa Dulo.
Now, over 100 manufacturers from West Nile region and beyond will benefit from the West Nile Brand Quality Awards. The Director of Finance of the NRM Secretariat, Hajat Medina Ojale Naham, tasked people and companies in the region to embrace government programs and education in order to develop the region.
In Uganda, Uganda Bati and the International University of East Africa are among the companies recognized in the third edition of the West Nile Brand Quality Awards. Director Finance, NRM Secretariat Hajat Medina Ojale Naham asked people and companies in the region to embrace government programs and education in order to develop the region. Akasa Albe Omar, the man behind these awards, says the companies supported government in developing the region. The awards recognize companies, personalities, civil servants who are promoting the region.
All those who are doing a great service to the nation, and we will always want to say thank you. However, it doesn't mean that if you're not in this room today, you're not doing any good work. It means we jointly are doing a lot of services. If you do good to West Nile, you are not only doing good to me, but to our various districts, but also the region, the country, and ultimately to this continent, Africa. If everyone behaves the way we are, and then Africa will be a continent that everyone will want to migrate to. Thank you so much for...
Yumbe District Woman Member of Parliament Naima Melsa Avako says the initiative will support government in uplifting the region.
The brand award for recognizing our efforts. I say our efforts because we are all here on merit. We all know what we do. We are so grateful that West Nile Quality Brand has brought this to energize our efforts and give us more resilience to do more for our communities.
The Director Investments, Mohamodo Andama, said that government is funding different projects across the country. Different personalities gave comment on these awards.
I thank the organizers for organizing such awards. I think in the regions I've worked, this is the first place where I have found these awards.
So I'd like to thank first of all, I'd like to thank the West Nile Quality Brand Award organizers for putting this together to appreciate people who are creating impact in the region.
Mary Namkose, Joel Vobia, UBC News.
Top Cloud Renzori Adventures, a leading tours and travel operator, launched local tourism campaign dubbed History and Heritage Uganda. The event at Ewafe Cultural Center in Mukono showcases the unique cultural attractions and experiences of different regions and cultures in Uganda. This promotes local tourism and provides visitors experiences.
Obulambuzi bw'omala okuyiga ebyafaayo, obulambuzi bulina kutuula ku ttaka. Tukumenye ettaka. Singa lino ettaka teribaddewo tetwalibadde na byakulabirako. Nkubiriza mu Buganda ne bweru wa Uganda ne mu Uganda. Abazzukulu abaliyo nga mulina ettaka mulikozese bulungi. Musobole okubanga tusobola okukuuma ebintu ate ebinatusobola okututwala mu maaso.
Today you are launching yet a milestone that you are ready to promote our simple, humble practices. You are doing that a business approach, but you are promoting a cultural value. We thank you for that. This is what has been lacking. Today we are taking banana juice in this small gourd. Those who have taken the science, much as this is a liquid, but the analysis of it says there is a fiber in this liquid.
Our aim is to document, promote, revitalize local history, culture, and our traditions. In these regional tours that we intend to do, we shall showcase historical artifacts, record Uganda's unique historical sites, cultural landmarks, and traditional heritage, as well as marketing these sites globally in the digital space. Our tours are designed to educate and inspire both local and international visitors, celebrating Uganda's vibrant history while contributing to the preservation of our historical and cultural treasures, especially during these times whereby cultural erosion is at its peak in our African societies.
You used to tell me that I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby dondolo.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all networks, Kubei Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000, or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21# and select daily, or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
Welcome back from that break. And now into sports. After years of hard work and toil, Uganda's netball national team, the She Cranes, is ready for action at the 2024 African Netball Cup in Namibia.
Uganda's national netball team, the She Cranes, has had a day off ahead of the 2024 African Netball Cup that throws off tomorrow. The team went to the coast in Swakopmund, where the breeze was amazing and a welcome relief for many ahead of the tight schedule.
So the camp has been amazing. We've been here for the last 4 days, and I think everyone is ready to take on the game tomorrow. We're going to start strong because it's not going to be easy, and we want to set the pace right away from tomorrow until the end of the tournament.
Attention in the camp is 100% on the Championship of Africa's Best Nations, at which Uganda starts with a date against Eswatini.
Our moods are very high, and we are ready to go and smash every team that comes in our way. And also, I feel like the training we've had, we are very fit and ready to go to compete with other teams.
Head coach Nelson Bogere is optimistic that the girls will come good for the occasion and climax it with the championship next Saturday.
The girls are fine. We've done a couple of trainings and they're looking positive. Apart from Sandra Nambige, who just reached yesterday, I think she's still fatigued. She hasn't yet done any training, but the rest of the girls are in good shape, and we pray that they continue being in that state up to when we start off our games.
Majority of the team have just returned from the Netball First 5 series and intend to carry on the performance as Uganda seeks its record-breaking 4th African title.
I personally am ready for the tournament. The energy, the zeal, what we have done from home, I'm really ready for the game. As a team, the energy, the zeal we used from the previous tournaments, sure, we are going to show the case on each and every team that comes across us.
With the arrival of the versatile Sandra Nambirige, who remained behind for education commitments, it's full squad and all the players have positive vibes. Uganda plays Eswatini and Zimbabwe on Monday, with Tuesday a rest day before a Wednesday fixture against Namibia, and then Lesotho on Thursday will conclude Group B. The other nations at the tournament are reigning champions Zambia, Kenya, South Africa and Malawi that form Group A.
Well, the best of luck to the She Cranes in their games. Herbert Kamuntu and Bridget Basima emerged as the overall winners in the men's and ladies categories of the 2024 I&M Bank Katogo Golf Series that have climaxed at Entebbe Club.
Herbert Kamuntu's 65 points ascended him atop the standings of the I&M Katogo Golf Series that have climaxed at Entebbe Golf Club. For his feat, Kamuntu won himself a Rwanda Air ticket to either Dubai, Johannesburg, Nairobi or Kigali, with this coming with an I&M Bank gift hamper. In the women's category, Bridget Basima topped on Countback with 69 points to win the same prizes. The season finale of the series, played under the double bogey danger format, attracted over 200 golfers from across various clubs in the country.
They were blessed with the double danger format of play. I must say it's very interesting. Basically, this format of play really should be favoring the lower handicappers.
I&M Bank Executive Director and Chief Operations Officer Sam Ontulume highlighted the success of the Katogo Golf Series, attributing it to the collective effort and participation of all stakeholders. Katogo captain Eli Kibuka Mukasa emphasized the importance of such events in fostering camaraderie among golfers and elevating golf across the region. In the gross category, Ezra Muzahura emerged victorious with 73 points. He received a Rwanda Air ticket and a branded umbrella, courtesy of I&M Bank. In ladies group A, Julia Joan Nampeo emerged winner and was joined by Bena Musanabera and Jackie Kamunyu on the podium. In ladies group B, Flora Ihunde emerged winner and was followed by Rosette Tugume and Sandra Komakech. In men's group A, Twinemanzi Tumuweine emerged winner with Peter Magona second, followed by Andrew Baguma, while group B was headlined by Nathan Mubiru. I&M Bank's Chief Business Officer Edgar Gibson Nangona won the men's group C of 69 points. The head of marketing and corporate communications at I&M Bank, Annette Nakiaga, revealed that after its debut in Kenya last month, the series is expected to expand to Rwanda with a Kigali leg in the pipeline.
So I think at I&M Bank we're just getting started. Like, you know, our commitment to sports is quite significant. This year we sponsored Katogo, we sponsored the Serena 63 series, while in Limuru, next year we're going to be bigger and better in golf. You're going to see Katogo taking a new twist. We are adding another leg, which is Rwanda. Even the Katogo, the series that's in Uganda, is going to be a bit different. You're going to see us go to more courses as well.
For the side bets, Bena Musanabera won the ladies' longest drive award, while Andrew Baguma won for the men. The ladies nearest to the pin gong was taken by Julia Joan Nampeo, while Arthur Gwakli won the men.
And with that, UBC News Tonight has come to an end. Thank you so much for your company. Do enjoy much more of UBC Television's programming. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto and Dorothy Namiyomba in Sign Language. We do wish you a good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Paint and win. Yes, yeah, Blascon Paint and win. The Kuku Roundy. Chicho, buy paint worth 100K. Get a scratch card. SMS the code to 7197. Stand a chance to win instant airtime, 1 million shillings bully day there, or a share of a 3 million shillings jackpot each week. What do you want the brand new Boda Bodas, tuk-tuks, and so much more? Catch the Paint and Win action every Monday on Bukede One, NBS, and Sanyuka TV. Blascon, color your world.
Amazina ganje Nyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco ninduga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire kurwo mu kuzana star 278 ngafuna message eriko reka ndio muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo neri y'abafere sente ziriyo zone bakaziteka nko nazihangwira.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Super Soul Sisters ground-based inspiring story grand finale is here. With our theme of vision for the future, come and be part of this amazing yet inspiring pageant as we focus on the girls' life journey through storytelling to change people's lives. This December, Saturday the 14th, 2024 at Nakasero Primary School Amphitheatre from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in partnership with Plan International Uganda and UBC TV. Ordinary tickets are sold at 20,000 shillings, VIP table at 500,000 shillings and 1 million Ugandan shillings. Be there!
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Everyone has a life story to tell, but an incredible life story is shared and told differently.
It's incredible life stories. Like I've always told you, everybody has a life story to tell, but some stories just hit differently. Tonight on the programs, on our second series of a special focus on the scourge of HIV and AIDS, Incredible Life Stories has moved around and is trying to get to you a face, voice, and what we'd say personification of the scourge we call HIV and AIDS. Tonight on the program, you possibly have listened to her life story, but tonight she tells that incredible life story differently. Welcome to the program, Gloria.
Thank you so much.
It's
I'm
been
so humbled to, be part of this program and show.
You're always very kind and courteous like that. Is that your nature?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have ever had a fight in your life?
First of all, I'm a very emotional person, and my emotions easily get triggered. So when I get a fight, I would rather run away and hide my emotional side of than fighting because I don't have the energy.
So it's about the lack of the energy, but the emotion to fight will certainly show up.
Yeah.
I better treat you kindly tonight
But
so that you don't fight.
I avoid such circumstances and I just run for my life.
Most folks must be asking, but now, the normal chronology of events is when we meet on a program such as this, then we ask you to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure.
Go ahead, Gloria.
Okay, so my name is Nawanyaga Gloria. I am a young person born and living publicly with HIV. I'm also a global HIV advocate. I'm also the founder of GILO, Young Positives Foundation, which is a youth-led charity organization that empowers, equips, and educates young people and children to improve their livelihoods and well-being. And our mission and vision is to see that we promote and protect the quality of lives of people living with HIV.
Man, this flows so naturally out of your mouth. And I know there's a lot more to yourself.
Yeah.
Roll on.
Yes, so I'm also the Global Alliance Community Champion to ending AIDS in children by 2030. That is at the ESA level. I'm working with UNICEF on that. UNICEF, UNAIDS, and other global partners on HIV.